Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Singularity Roleplay, where we're here, we're queer, and we know how to persevere. I'm gonna continue making silly rhymes like this. As long as I live, you will have to suffer the rhymes. I will be your camp counselor for this evening, and during your entire stay with us here. You can call me Meg, or Meg Mysteria if you're feeling formal about it. Before we play popcorn and get to know everybody else, I wanted to clear up a few rules and misconceptions about camp. If we had to pretend we're a summer camp in a movie, it would be rated M for mature. So if you're easily upset by any of the following topics, we highly encourage you to step away and take all the time you need in order to take care of yourself. Stop and check in with the camp nurse, hang out under the trees with a friend, whatever aftercare you need. Topics that may be brought up while on campgrounds may include, and is not limited to the following: homophobia, transphobia, and associated actions thereof, hate crimes, hate speech, gore, death, violence, discriminatory speech and violence, mentions of. Oh, hey, that's not in this one, and the mention and use of particular slurs. A note for tonight is that there will be some behaviors that are exhibited by NPCs that could be classified as potentially racist, homophobic, or transphobic, namely in the eyes of paying a little bit more attention than would be comfortable. So please understand that all the campers are aware of these topics and that we will have multiple safety tools in place for them to use. And they will always have direct access to me as their lead counselor. And we'll make sure that they have the time and aftercare needed to recover from anything that might cause them to feel unsettled while here at camp. So unfortunately, this month I could not find a charity linked with Twitch that I jagged with, but to make note of it, August is National Black Business Month as well as National Immunization Awareness Month. There's a whole slew of dates and other associations, and I highly encourage you to look them up and do some of your own research. If I have to do it, so do you. No, that's a joke. That is absolutely a joke. All right. Campers, let's toss around the talking stick and introduce ourselves. And while you're at it, how do you deal with hate? We are going to popcorn with Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on Twitter at uptight_chiffon. Tonight I am playing Finley, who is a trans mask non-binary individual, uses he, they pronouns. And Finley is a boxer, so fights, whether sanctioned in his studio or gym or not. It could very well possibly be just out back behind the dumpster. Finley is always ready to swing. And I will popcorn it over to Vermin.
What's up, everybody? I'm Legendary Vermin. Tonight I'm going to be playing Mickey, who is figuring things out. Newly minted girl? Question mark. I am going to be switching pronouns for Mickey a lot tonight for reasons, and so just know she's using she for everybody else. How Mickey deals with hate, if it's directed towards a friend, it's jumping on said haters as a group. And if it's directed at Mickey, it's generally just protecting all of the important and soft spots and waiting for it to blow over if they can't get away. I just left that hanging. Hey, let's pass it over to LC.
Oh, thanks. Hi, I'm LC. I should have been ready for this. I was like, in my head, I'm like, there's only three people left, and that's a 33% chance it's me. And guess what it was? All right, hi, I am LC. I play Sabrina, and I am optimistic on all social media. And how does Sabrina handle hate? In a similar fashion to Mickey, if it's directed at a friend, it's less on jumping on the person or the hateful situation, more like moving the situation away, like saying, oh, hey, we don't need to be here right now, we can just go have our own party somewhere else, or like their opinion doesn't matter. But to herself, opinions do matter. Hate is extremely she's very susceptible to it, considering she just wants everyone to like her all the time, and it's very important. But it's similar to Mickey in the fact that wait for it to blow over and try not to engage. Hopefully they'll change their mind if I don't give them a reaction to it. Popcorn it over to Alan.
Why, thank you. Hey, everybody, I'm Alan, playing Kenny, the lovable teddy bear, who everybody loves, or at least should love, because he's just so sweet. And both Kenny and I probably deal with the hate the same way, with extreme prejudice. We do not tolerate it whatsoever, and will likely get violent for it. I believe that leaves Sin.
It does. It's me, Sin, Synthetic20, on all the social media that matters. And today I am playing Pat, who is not a teddy bear at all. She is another martial artist that deals with her problems with punches. Lots of punches, typically.
We love to see it. Don't choose violence. It's going to be one of the rules today. Do not choose violence.
Oh.
Seeing that rule be played out is going to be character building.
It's going to be fantastic, to say the least. So, last we let off for our cabin crew, they had just finished up a very intensive round of group therapy and some mediated interactions. So now we're moving on into movie night, as ordered by Olivia, the lead counselor for the Pink Cabin. Jaws was originally on the table. It has since been changed to Friday the 13th. But everybody's getting in gear. Blankets and pillows have been dragged out into the grass. Snacks are acquired, passed around. What's going on with y'all?
Well, if y'all don't mind, I think I'm going to start. Kenny is in the cabin crying. He is not having a good time because his boy crush is clearly just not into him. Poor Kenny.
Mickey is currently trying to avoid people because her crush ran away when she asked if there were mutual feelings. So, figuring that out.
Being said crush, Finley did indeed run away. Where is Sabrina right now?
This is before the movie?
Mhm.
Probably trying to find snacks somewhere for the movie, because you can't have a movie without snacks, obviously. So like if there's like a little, what do you call them? The thing at camp where you like have $1 and then you go spend your dollar for some dumb shit that you'll never use again. But sometimes you get
Canteen?
candy.
Fan?
Yeah, canteen. Thank
Oh.
you. But what
Never
did you
went to
say?
camp.
What did you
said-
say?
I said concession stand. I've never been to summer camp.
That's a baseball game, Kian.
That's any sport thing. You spend $1.
We're not at a sport thing. We're at camp.
We did sports. Like, that was the first thing we did. Whatever.
All right.
Finley has gone to find Sabrina, and is probably just awkwardly hovering, waiting to be acknowledged, whether or not Sabrina does that. But it's just like kind of doing that like awkward whenever you're trying to get a teacher's attention, and so you stand in line of sight, but you don't say anything. That's what Finley's doing right now.
So, like, my gut instinct is to just not acknowledge Finley, but that's not what Sabrina would do, because I think it'd be way funnier if she did do that, but I'm not. I'm gonna acknowledge Finley because, like, I'm gonna give the awkward stare a minute, but it's definitely, like, they're good enough friends for her to, like, acknowledge Finley, like, on site almost, but, like, what's up? Like, not, like, oh, someone else is here to buy candy for the movie.
Do you have a quick second? Can I talk to you about something?
Yeah, I mean, the movie doesn't start for another, I don't know what time it is. Can't tell time.
No, again.
Nobody can.
Time doesn't exist.
Because we're
It's
all
never
gay.
gonna-
We're all gay, so we don't know how to tell time. It's a known fact. Yeah, no, before the movie starts, I don't have anything going on.
Finley is kind of doing just like the awkward, like messing with your hands, kicking the dirt, and then sighs probably pretty heavily. So I went back to the cabin earlier, and just it all comes out in a rush. Mickey and Kenny were holding hands, and then Mickey was laying on top of Kenny, and it was really awkward and weird. And I told them that I was just there to find some of the Bible papers, and Finley is going to pull out a wad of Bible papers that they just ripped out of the Bible and ran away, because I didn't know what other excuse to have. And like, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on with Mickey. She was saying, I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But I think I'm a little mad. Maybe at Kenny, maybe at Mickey, maybe at myself. Please help.
Okay. The candy in her hands has been opened, and she's like, just while he's talking, just like slowly eating candy.
I watched him with fucking popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, yeah, it's just trying to like take in everything that has been said all at once in a rush of an entire event that she had no premise to or visualization of, and now it's just like there's a lot of parts to what you just said and a lot of gaps, and I feel like there's definitely some information here that we don't know and you don't know.
I mean, I know what I saw.
Did you see the whole thing?
Vermin's face. Sorry.
I didn't see it. Make the face again. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't know. It felt really weird. It felt really uncomfortable. I don't want to have to talk to Mickey. Can we just...
Can we what?
No, it's okay. Maybe I'm just like making something out of nothing. Maybe it
could be, but at the same time, it could also not be. I mean, it sounds like you don't have all the context to what you saw, but also like it sounds like there's some things that you do need to talk to Mickey about, because I don't think there's been a lot of tension between all of us lately, myself included. Got that figured out, had a whole conversation about it, but that doesn't mean that no, this is not about me.
What conversation?
No. You do not change the subject. You cannot be starting tension with other people, and they cannot be starting tension with you, or else this whole cabin is going to fall apart. And we have beef with pink cabin, no, yellow cabin, and yellow cabin is going to win everything if we fall apart. So I think it's better if you just talk it out and maybe not be angry with everybody before you know. If like something is happening and you were right, you could be angry, but like maybe we should talk and just not be angry. That is what I learned.
Like, don't feel like doing that. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go, and Finley is going to very slowly back away. Finley is not an emotions person. Going to slowly back away and look over, and I would imagine seeing Camp Counselor Meg. Are all of the cabins coming to movie night?
Some people will probably show up, but it was mostly originated by Pink Cabin. So
Beautiful.
that's the main crew.
Dan will be there, who Finley stole the heathen cap from. And Finley is going to see Dan and probably Ellie, and is going to walk over and throw their arm over Dan's shoulder and follow them and go sit with them for movie night because they did not get what they wanted from Sabrina.
I learned my lessons. I don't know what to tell you.
Sabrina was being far too logical and understanding, and Finley didn't know what to do with that.
If
And
I have to have
go,
conversations that I don't want to have, everybody does.
Dan's gonna loop his arm back around on your shoulder too, and then yank his hat back.
Dan, come on!
You
You
had
could
it all
share.
day. It's my
You
hat.
You could share. It's a good hat.
Yeah, I know. I bought it. It's mine.
This is how you get lice.
Former camp counselor speaking here. There would have been lice checks on the first day of camp, and also probably a swim test.
You have to do a
Hangs up
swim test
microphone.
at camp?
Yeah.
To make sure that you don't drown in the
Man,
lake.
that's why I never went to summer camp.
That's how you know if you're allowed to go in the deep end or not.
Exactly.
Wasn't allowed to go. I
Oh my
understand
god,
now.
Kian.
Well,
I can't fucking swim. Leave me alone.
I told you I'm going to teach you how to swim.
okay.
It's a little threatening, Elsie.
Sink or swim. Sink or swim.
Fucking rude.
That's a threat.
That is a threat. We are
It's all
on
right.
stream, Elsie.
I know CPR. It's fine.
Finley is probably going to spend most of movie night trying to steal the cap back from Dan.
At some time as Finley is either in transition to the other group of folks or once settled, I think we see would Kenny be walking up with Mickey?
I think so. I think Kenny's trying to clear the air.
Yeah. Okay. So Mickey is like looking on and sees Finley leave, dissatisfied with the conversation with Sabrina, and is like, I think he's mad. I think he's mad.
What gave you that impression?
It's the shoulders. He does the shoulders. I can't believe that Finley walking into the room is enough to make you stumble and pull me onto the ground.
Listen, I wasn't expecting anybody in there, and you were the one that was giving me a noogie.
Yeah, that's a friend thing. I was trying to. We're doing we're palling around.
Yeah, we are.
With you in a fun way. Is it all professional wrestling over there?
Technically, yes.
Professional? Wait, can you do that WWE shit? Wait, is it WWE at this point?
It's WWF.
Can you do that WWF shit?
The pandas came for them in the 90s.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s.
Noted.
I mean, I can.
Is this
but
sorry, I have another question. Are we in the Ric Flair era?
Woo!
Is Ric Flair around in 1986?
The Ric Flair era started long ago, so you're good.
Excellent. Woo. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, I can. I know how to, but like school, I was doing Greco-Roman, not wrestling.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
But I know how to throw people.
Take the root beer. Find us a spot. Maybe Sabrina's amenable to hanging out. I'm gonna go talk to Finley.
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid Finn as much as I can right
I'm
now.
sure if I just get a chance to explain what was happening, it'll be fine.
I'm sure, but I'm sure if I get anywhere within kicking distance, Finley will knock me out.
You're way bigger. Finn's legs are not that long.
Yeah, tell that to the lightweight in the wrestling class that took me down. Just because they're smaller doesn't mean that they're not faster.
Whatever, man. I'll go get this sorted out. And Mickey is going to make a beeline towards Finley, and I imagine is visible to Finley sometime before she actually arrives.
Mickey. Olivia's trying to get your attention. And
Oh, hey.
starts up. She moves her elbow around in yours. So, big moment today.
Yeah, I guess. I was what?
That's what I'm asking. What? Why do you What's up with you? Anyway.
Well, I'm experiencing a lot. Is that a good answer?
Well, after today, I would say yes. I wanted to get your attention because in a couple of days we're going to be going into town, right? And I thought that maybe you might want at least Janice to hang out with you and do some shopping. And maybe me too. We can help you out.
Maybe. That's a really nice offer.
You're weirded out. You're weirded out. I can see that.
No, I did. It's just like I guess I don't have like any idea what like the style I want is. I don't know anything about girling.
Well, good news for you is that I am mostly an expert and Janice is a fantastic apprentice. So why don't you come over here with us and we can kind of talk about it a little bit.
Okay. And Mickey is dragged off by the elbow.
You can see Meg in the distance. You can see Meg kind of in the distance, like rubbing at his eyes, like okay. Watching his friend kidnap and abscond with one of his cabin kids.
This is Counselor Olivia?
Counselor Olivia.
Oh my god. Okay, that's even better.
If the camera is the camera would kind of show Finley's face, and you would clearly see that Finley was upset that Mickey was coming over to talk to them, and then was clearly upset that Mickey was suddenly not coming over to talk to them. Finley's got all the emotions right now.
Can we peer forward? Because I think we're planning to do a fast forward sometime after this scene, but a quick peer forward. If Mickey tries to talk to Finley anytime between now and the trip into town, what's the general vibe?
Finley's gonna be awkward. They're gonna try to play it off like everything is fine, even though it's not. And they're not gonna be subtle about it when they're not interacting. And then if Mickey tries to talk to Finley's gonna be super awkward about just like, oh, it's fine, no worries, not make eye contact,
Cool.
all the weird shit.
Great. I think that's all I needed from this.
So, movie night goes off and it's general teenage shenanigery. Was there anything else we wanted to touch on? There's
Not
a couple of
in-
days before.
Not in movie night specifically, but like the morning before the trip, yes.
So, after a very awkward weekend following group therapy and movie night, it's Sunday morning. Your breakfast foods to commit crimes with today are pancakes from a build-it-yourself bar with lots of toppings like fruits and sides like eggs, bacon, sausage, etc. Can't wait to see what food crimes happen here.
I can say that Finley grabs a pancake and then puts bacon and eggs and probably some potatoes on top of the pancake and rolls it up like a burrito and eats it with some syrup.
Why did you take my idea?
Because that's something Kian kind of has done in real life.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a Kian thing.
It's good.
That is actually
Okay.
something I do too.
Okay, but don't put the potatoes in there.
Okay,
That's-
look, I know it's dumb, but I really do enjoy it.
I didn't say it was dumb. I just sounded like. Look, I get to roast people for their food crimes too. You know.
Can you roast
Uh,
somebody for a food crime that you were planning to commit?
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna put the potatoes in there, Vermin. The potatoes throw off the whole vibe. That's such a dry food to put in something with like salty and sweet, like syrup and bacon and eggs and pancake. No
Potatoes are the best food group. Don't ever insult them, Elsie.
I don't
We're
really
not
like
friends
potatoes.
anymore. I'm about to
I
be
don't really
so
like-
offended.
I just
I'm
like
not coming to
sweet
visit.
potatoes.
I'm canceling my my flight. I'm not coming to
Oh,
visit.
all
We
right,
can't be
that
friends.
sucks. All
You
right,
break
well,
the news.
that's fine. I'll go hang out with everybody else by myself. You can just not come. My food crime will be a normal food enjoyment and not a crime because I do not put potatoes on my burrito.
But everything else about making a little pancake
That's fine.
burrito, yeah,
That's fine. That's not a food crime. They sell those at like McDonald's, like a McGriddle.
Mickey I've decided, deeply Latvian. It is making the pancakes into blintzes.
Nice.
A little sour cream in there. It's not quite right because a pancake is not a crepe by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, just like
Are you-
some like syrup, sour cream.
Sour cream?
The blitz. Blitz.
Yeah. That's what you do with blintzes.
Everyone's entitled to their wrong opinions.
That's a
Baked sour cream.
it's a
So normally
cultural
the sour
food.
cream is baked, and it ends up being the consistency of like paneer,
It's good.
but like a little bit sour and a little bit sweet.
I am the most uncultured person. I don't know what paneer is, so I'm gonna go Google that.
It's like it's
It's
either
the cheese that they put in Indian
Yeah.
food.
is it a Polish food or a Jewish food? I can't.
Blintzes?
Yeah, I think it's
It's like Baltic, and I know it's like Baltic and like Eastern Europe, but I don't know if it's also Jewish.
I think it is.
I don't
But
know who
it's
came
the
up with
same
it. I just remember
concept
they
of
eat it.
putting sour cream and applesauce on latkes. So
Yeah,
Um,
sour cream on everything, honestly.
Pat is mostly going to be eating a lot of bacon. She's splurging for her in getting like some syrup and dipping the bacon into the syrup. But that's a lot of her energy right now.
Well, I think that leaves me, and see, I was gonna do what Kian did, but since Kian did it, I don't think
Do
I
it
can anymore.
too.
No, see,
I love the idea that Sabrina's Food Wild West is just rubbing off on people.
Honestly, I love it.
So
They thought
actually,
day one they were all normal. You're wrong.
I'm gonna do something that I've personally done before, which is the latke taco or the latko. And I'm gonna take the hash browns and try and like form a patty with it. Put everything in the hash browns and then fold it up like a taco and eat it. And then use the pancake as a syrup delivery mechanism.
Revolutionary. Ahead of your time.
This is also similar to my double bacon latkowicz, which I have been told is absolutely trafe.
Wraith?
Not kosher.
Oh, okay. I've never heard
My-
that word before.
My,
Nice.
my in-laws are Jewish, so when I came up with the double bacon latkowicz, my Jewish mother-in-law went, "Oy vey."
My in-laws are, or my brother's in-laws, I guess, are also Jewish. Never heard it before. I'm holding on to that.
While we are in the morning meal, Pat is going to look over at Sabrina and say, "Good for some positioning practice after."
What was that? Hold on. Are we actually gonna like do the cool judo stuff, or am I gonna like stand on like one foot like the Karate Kid again? Like,
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not as creative as Mr. Miyagi, okay?
I mean, like, he wasn't super creative either. He kind of just like, hey, wax this car. I'm gonna go like catch a fly with some chopsticks or something. So I'd say you're pretty creative.
Well,
But-
positioning is going to be the biggest part.
Fine. Fine. Yeah.
Finley is watching a pancake taco halfway to their mouth, very confused about this interaction between the two.
I'll actually have Pat see the confusion. Oh, Sabrina wanted to learn some judo.
I'm gonna flex.
From you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did judo for like 4 years.
Yeah, I didn't think y'all were really on speaking terms.
I told you I had like a conversation
When did this happen?
like 4 days ago.
And you can see Finley is thinking back to 4 days ago. It's like, what the
Like-
fuck was I doing 4 days ago?
Montage of Finley and Mickey seeing each other in places and walking the opposite direction.
Yes. Yeah, Finley is gonna like start to glance over to Mickey and then turn away. That's cool, I guess. Glad you two worked it out.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, she's still got to get better at the muscle memory, but, we're working on it.
Happy for you.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Finley does not know what is happening. Their entire life has fallen apart in the way that teenage lives do in a week at summer camp.
So true.
Like, their whole life has fallen apart.
That's
So,
summer camp sadness, as Lana Del Rey said.
it really is.
So amongst the awkwardness, Meg with Allie following close behind as a plate piled with pancakes covered in chocolate chips, some fresh sliced strawberries, and banana, balanced over a clipboard with a stack of papers on it. Sits down at the table and says, "Okay, so today's errands day. You guys need to get together whatever list you need and We're gonna gather up here in a couple hours at the bus and go into town.
Got it.
How long?
How long till we leave?
Yeah.
About 2 hours. We'll pull out of here at about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I think Mickey's going to take this opportunity to butt scooch towards Sabrina. Be like, I need help today. What?
Muted. The eternal struggle. Sabrina's just like kind of like thinking for a second before she responds and just kind of like looking, like not at anyone in particular, but like over the tops of people's heads, kind of like in that, why does everybody want my help? Like, I don't know what's going on. In her head, that was not said out loud.
Oh,
But like, yeah, she's just like, this is like the third person, and I'm like, I just had to get mediated by a counselor. I feel like I'm the one who's the problem here, but everybody wants my help. Am I really that good at giving advice? I guess I
No,
am. I don't know.
and
then look at
Mickey will like kind of. I assume she doesn't say anything for a couple seconds, and will like take out a list of things given to her by Olivia and unfold it and flatten it.
okay.
There's
It's like
some
3 or
of the-
4 pages.
It's 3 or 4 pages of stuff that's been condensed down to the essentials, and then
Yeah.
condensed down again to the essentials.
Okay.
There,
Okay.
just like there's some stuff that I don't think I could get for myself. And
Okay.
he points at the makeup.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, we can totally do this. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know how to
Thanks.
use it?
This is a great opportunity to say it's been 4 days. And Mickey does not exactly had an infusion of new clothes. But I like to think that her hair has gotten more teenage 80s. And so it's been like teased and curled some. And she looks more or less like the butcher side of the girls from 80s movies.
Okay. Yes.
Heathers?
Heathers, yes.
Yeah.
So like more like one of the Heathers and not Veronica, because Veronica's pretty normie.
Yeah.
So that is a cue, I think, to say no. That you don't know how to use this makeup.
Oh. Practicing, developing skills.
I was gonna just offer my help if you wanted it. I'm not the best, but I've got the basics down.
Yeah. Well, I people keep yelling about eye infections and stuff, so I don't
I'm
need
not
that.
gonna. I'm
I
not gonna
I just
use
mean
it.
like I got to get my own stuff first.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Like when you get it, do you want help?
Yeah. I would love help.
Okay.
Actually, that comes out differently. Please.
Yeah, we can absolutely, and we'll figure out some colors that work.
And Mickey reaches into another pocket. I'm a Winter apparently. Folds out the sheet with like the color palette given to her by Olivia.
Okay, so we've been doing research already. Okay, that'll make things a lot easier. I don't think that it's not really like a
Not we.
Macy's. Not we. Okay.
It looks across the room at Olivia. Olivia gives 2 big thumbs up.
Oh man, this is just Sabrina's just like, okay. So like Finley always doesn't know what's going on. I think Sabrina also doesn't know what's going on, but everyone seems to think she knows what's going on. So she's just like, all right, I'm rolling with it. Let's go. But she'd be like, okay, well I don't think we're really going to like a Macy's. So there's probably only like
Yeah, no.
a little selection. We'll work with what we
Yeah.
get. But think we can make it work.
I just don't want to get my ass kicked in town.
Also a good point. We'll just play it off like it's for me. What color is Mickey's hair naturally?
Blonde.
Okay.
It's kind of like a lighter blonde.
Okay.
Not Stacy Peralta, right?
Okay.
So,
And eye color?
Stacy Peralta, blue. I don't
Sure.
know.
Okay, well that's great, cool. Because then like we can play it off like it's for me. Because I think I'm a winter too. So
Cool. Great. I assume that's not said out loud. Because that was not said out loud by Nikki.
okay. Cool.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You're welcome. No problem. I need to pick up a few things anyways for myself.
Oh, and I don't know how much makeup costs, and Mickey hands over too much money. But that's probably enough. Anyway, I'm gonna go catch a smoke before we get on the bus.
Okay. I'm just gonna like take all the money for right now, but I will definitely be giving the remains back to you. But I feel like you're already gone by the time I try to like count how much is there.
God damn it, Alan. Anyhow.
What?
He knows.
Okay.
I know what
He
I'm
knows
about.
what he did.
So, do we want to do the scene?
Do it.
Talking to Elsie.
I don't know
Show
what
us
that means.
the scene.
Yes.
I don't know what the scene is. I just know there's a scene.
Let's
We've
go.
been hearing about the scene for 2 weeks.
There has been a lot of prep, okay?
I love it.
A lot of
That's
research
true.
has gone into the scene.
It's true.
So, Pat is out by the lake with Sabrina. Would have told her to get on loose-fitting clothing, because, you know, you don't have a gi at camp, so, you know. And she would have made a small box in the sand with an X through the center, basically making 4 triangles.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point, it's basically going to be, so you have your feet on this location, and she moves around to the different locations and gives like 8 different positions. And you're just gonna do that.
For like how long?
Oh. I mean, we only have 2 hours, so like hour and a half maybe?
I'm gonna walk in like a square for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
This is just like can be described as the I'm tired of this grandpa, that's too damn bad. That's the vibe. But
I feel like the parking lot is visible from this spot, and you see Mickey doing flatland tricks.
bet. Looking cool as fuck. While I walk in a square.
Having a great time.
Having a great time and I'm walking in a square. So she'll abide by the 8-step square triangle situation going on for like I don't know, like 15 minutes. And then start to get really annoyed. Especially, you know what? This adds so much to it, especially with Mickey looking cool as fuck in the parking lot. Like,
Oh god.
like this
Yeah.
adds so much more. Like, look, fucking, I could be on a skateboard right now doing cool flips. I don't have to walk in a square to skateboard. Why can't I do the cool judo stuff, like the punches or like whatever you were talking about? But here I am.
Not punches, it's throws. You have to learn all the stuff or you're gonna get injured whenever I start to show you stuff.
What?
What?
How is walking in a square gonna help me for when like you throw me? I don't think the gravity still works the same, I think, even if I don't know how to walk in a square.
You have to learn every piece. You can't just like run. You have to take a step first.
I don't know, I wing a lot of stuff and it seems to work out pretty okay for me.
Oh, what? You think you're ready like now?
Yeah, like I've done this for like 15 minutes plus 3 days of the other things, which were also not throws. So like I think I got the basics, yeah.
Yeah, totally. 100%. You're ready. And
Okay.
Pat getting like pissed off at this point. Quicker than Sabrina can even realize what's happening. Puts her right leg in between Sabrina's and pulls back, tripping 1 foot off the ground. And then, like, gets Sabrina against her collar, comes up, and Sabrina goes off the ground before she realizes what is happening. And for a blessed moment that probably feels like several seconds, but is actually like a split second, she would have that free fall feeling where like you've hit the top of the roller coaster and you're about to come down. And what this is going to look like to Mickey in the parking lot is that Sabrina has been brought up, and then Pat whirls around almost like a left-handed rock bottom and drives her into the sand. And then they are chest to chest. And suddenly Pat realizes just how close they are. It's like, so that's a one leg entanglement. It's banned in tournaments because you can injure yourself or your opponent. It's not really good for self-defense either, because you're really close after.
So for that entire time, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All of this gesticulation is canon. Mickey has stopped skateboarding, and anybody standing next to Mickey is also looking.
Did not see any of that coming. And the way that she hit the ground definitely like knocked the breath out of her, and it's just like that. I don't know if that picked up, but I hope it did. But you know that like when you hit the ground and then you just like have that last brush of air that leaves your chest forcefully, and just like that you have left your body completely, trying to figure out what happened, head spinning, and like, but all she can see is like Pat like right there, like right face to face, and then like as the more she realizes that yes, oh shit, this is awkward, but cannot breathe still, so it's still like trying to catch her breath, but her face completely red. absolutely red. Ears red, face red, whatever else gets red when you blush. I don't know. And she's just, as Pat's like rambling through this like super, super awkward description of that it's banned, that realizing herself that they are so close and whatnot, Sabrina's like, I didn't say I was ready. In that not like pained way, but that way that you have when you have the breath knocked out of you and you're trying to like talk, but you haven't completely caught it back yet.
And Pat just like stands up immediately, like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have, and like puts her hand down to help Sabrina up.
Sabrina would take it, but I don't think she can stand up completely just yet, and just like sits up and kind of like bracing herself like with one arm behind her like that, and while catching her breath, she's just like, no, that was really cool. That was really cool, and I hope I get to do that someday. I see how the square is important. It's all right. It's okay. I see why it's banned. We can do more square later.
Yeah, it's actually one of the 4 forbidden techniques. The first time I saw it in a competition, the person was immediately disqualified.
Oh, there are 3 others. Got it. Let's not do those. let's not do those just yet.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Are you okay?
Yep, I'm fine. I probably just gotta catch my breath.
Okay.
No eye contact.
Same from Pat, just like looking away entirely from the situation. So we should probably like, I think we're done for today.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. My back might hurt tomorrow, but we'll see.
Yeah.
This is really cool though. It's really
Thanks.
cool.
Thanks. Is that... Sure. Yeah, thanks. The laugh, by the way, is not Pat. The laugh is Sin. Like...
It was very good.
And Pat will just, like, stand up and go get her Discman.
I'm just gonna sit right here. And I'm gonna look and see if Mickey is still there, and hopefully didn't see all that. And then everybody's watching, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
like-
there's. I don't know how many people hang out with Mickey when she skateboards, but like, it's probably like 2 or 3 people all looking. And as soon as you glance over, it's just disperse. Everybody's just like, "Oh, had something I was doing."
Like roaches scattering when a light turns on.
Yeah.
Him, who is shirking his breakfast duty, is now, oh, well, I have to throw out the trash. See ya.
I've absolutely ruined my camera now. I moved too fast.
Oh,
Didn't like that.
no.
I didn't like that.
Oh.
No, what?
The kiss or kill distance has
Oh,
broken your camera.
no.
I literally broke my camera. Hold on.
You permanently look like you're in, like, a dream sequence.
There we go.
Yeah, I fixed it. I just had to turn it off for a second. Wow, that was crazy.
Wild. Got knocked on your ass so hard you went to the dream world.
Vanished.
You got sent to the Shadow Realm.
Out here seeing stars.
Literally.
Patrick Swayze?
Wait, this is the opposite of the scene from Dirty Dancing.
Man, I got you, huh, Meg?
That's it, everybody. I think we killed the GM.
That's it. Game over. We won. We won gay camp.
Yay!
Like a timely Patrick Swayze to bring the game to a halt.
I do just have to say that I feel like it was worth the hours of research on judo I did for that.
I think it was too. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
that was very well done. Oh, I can breathe. Oh, okay. So, is there anything else we want to touch on in camp before the roundabout for the bus happens? All right. And after an hour and a half or so, the bell goes off around camp, and counselors are calling out for anybody who needs to get on the bus to go into town, start herding them up. And counselors are doing head counts. Meg gathers you all up and counts you off, easy peasy. As Liza wasn't feeling up to going into town, so she's doing some work with Nurse Jackson. So behave without her.
Does somebody say this to us?
Meg, sorry, I should have clarified.
Okay. We're all great behaved.
Mm-hmm.
Great behaved. We're all great behaved.
Is that wrong?
Are they getting on like an actual school bus?
I think so.
Is a school bus? Yes.
Okay. And Pat is going to be like, I'm a fucking peach.
I don't have a swear jar for you. Maybe I need to get one.
I can't keep buying cigarettes at this rate if we have a swear jar in the cabin.
I thought we decided to just start putting random shit in it, like Jeremy.
Yep.
Yeah,
That did happen.
That was a thing.
That was
I
a
just
thing.
got Jeremy in there.
Did
It
you ever
was-
get him back out?
Yeah, I gave him back to you.
Okay. Where did I? Oh no, I've lost Jeremy.
I mean,
You
I
have our
would've-
own currency system.
Mickey
frog.
is pretty insistent if Jeremy is not back in the terrarium at night.
That's
The
okay.
cute fun thing is gonna be this fucking frog.
Jeremy is with Finley, who sprints to the last row on the bus. and
You're bringing
explains-
Jeremy to town?
Fuck yeah, I am.
God damn it.
Jeremy deserves to see the sights. Finley is wearing overalls, and the front pocket is for Jeremy. And there's like a couple rocks in there, some like blades of grass. Finley did his best to make a little home for Jeremy in the front pocket of their overalls. But yes.
Sorry, I'm filing the report for this spammer.
Get out of here.
Get out of
Bots.
here. Lock. Get
This
out
is
of
a channel that loves sci-fi but has no tolerance for bots.
We like bots in cool manners. Not the bots that solicit information for false promotions.
Absolutely.
So, everybody loads up on the bus. Jeremy is front and center with Finley. And once the final count has managed, the bus rolls off. So it's a few miles down the road. Camp Rose Cross is a small town. It's small enough that the population is written on the sign going into town. So you pull up into the town square where most of the major shops are located, mostly locally owned. Clothing, convenience store, pharmacy, some other shops like thrift stores, an electronic shop, etc. Pretty much if you need it, you're going to find it somewhere here. There's no big box stores in town, so it's pretty much just these little localized shops. And as everybody starts filtering off the bus, Meg is doing a count for everybody and gathers you all into your little group. Says, all right, you guys have until 11, so that's 2 hours to explore and get what you need. I'll be around if you need help getting anything, come find me. We do have a stipend for necessities. Means don't go crazy, but we have something. Other than that, have fun. Don't add to the population, don't subtract to the population, and don't make me have to come bail you out of jail. All right, go on, have fun.
I think before Kenny leaves, he kind of stops by Meg and says, we're all gay. How can we add to the population?"
Wait.
Some of you.
Mickey is nearby, and I imagine over the last 4 days, because of Finley's situation, Mickey just has been hanging out with Kenny more, and scoops him by the back with the flat of her hand, and is like, "Some of us are only half gay, or double gay."
Double gay.
But more quietly than that. That feels louder than somebody would have said that in 1986.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pat is mostly not paying attention to the conversation, going to go search for a "sorry I threw you too hard" card.
Aww. It's like that quote from Stranger Things, "I wanted to get you a gift, but everything's expensive and I don't have any money." I'm gonna go to, like, the equivalent of CVS that I assume is somewhere around here.
There's probably a drugstore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just a pharmacy, cross pharmacy.
I would like to go to a preferably used bookstore. And I would like to buy, I didn't think about the book, but I am going to buy Liza a new journal because she's always journaling. And I assume that it's good things. I have no idea that it's some religious trauma.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to
Oh,
buy her
no.
a journal.
We
Say,
need to replace it.
Are you going to also buy her a couple of new Bibles for all the paper you keep taking?
No.
No.
That's Finley's Bible.
Oh, that's
It is.
Finley's. Okay, never mind then.
I got sent with one. But the Bible pages are probably running low, and they can speak from experience. They do make really good paper airplanes because they're so light. So I will buy another Bible, so that I can have more paper airplanes. Look. Everybody tried at least once. They make really, really good paper airplanes.
I don't think I've ever torn a page out of a Bible, Kian.
It feels as bad as you would expect.
Okay.
I was waiting to get struck by
Not.
lightning the first time I did it, and then I just kind of sat there and then was like, "No, this is okay." So, 10 out
It's
of
okay.
10
I'm fine.
I think I have a scene in mind, if you don't mind, Ken. Like, at some point, I'm also in the bookstore and you're looking around, and I just come up with this big ass family Bible and be like, "This will make great airplanes."
Finley is gonna turn around and like excited for a minute, and then sees that it's Kenny, and it's like, yeah, good call, man. I think where would Mickey be during Like, what store did
Uh,
Mickey go to?
hey, Meg, is this town big enough
Yes.
to have a any kind of arcade machine?
Say there's a couple of them in like a corner of the convenience shop, or we'll say there's a bowling alley. There's a bowling alley that has a couple of machines.
Okay.
They gotta have something to do in their free time, right?
Yeah.
Bowling, a
I'm
skating rink. That's pretty.
I'm literally out here because this is right before the collapse of the arcade industry. Oh, wait. Paperboy had a pinball cabinet or had a cabinet? That's wild. Yeah. Uh we're out here playing some old game.
Tron.
Is Tron
Tron
was
is
Tron
not
out in
that old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. The
Is
original
it?
Tron was an arcade cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
released almost like 2 years after the movie came out.
Uh,
I'm used to, I guess, maybe remake Tron. Then is what I'm familiar with.
yeah,
Cillian Murphy
1982.
in
So
it.
there conceivably could be a Tron cabinet here. Although
He's in that movie for
realistically,
like 2 minutes.
what was Pac-Man released? Yeah,
Way before
1980.
that,
There's a
yeah.
Pac-Man cabinet.
Pac-Man.
And Mickey's like pretty good at Pac-Man. So it's a good way to make a single dollar go a very long way.
Fair. Finley will kind of look to Kenny. Yeah, that's there's a lot of paper in there. I think Mickey's over playing video games somewhere. If you wanted to go find, uh, and Finley like clearly pauses because it's like, fuck. Now we are not at camp. I don't know what pronouns Mickey is using. If you want to go find them, uh,
Actually, I kind of wanted to talk to you.
oh,
Yeah. I just wanted to see if maybe you were mad or maybe it looked as bad as it did, because it was certainly awkward.
uh, what would I be mad about?
Um, hmm. Hmm. I mean, it didn't look good.
Oh, you mean that whatever with you and Mickey? Uh, I don't know. Figured you guys were just kind of fooling around or whatever.
Yeah, not like that, though.
Uh, if you will allow it, you or camp counselor Meg, uh, is it Charlie that Kenny has a crush on?
Yeah.
I like to imagine that Charlie is also around. Uh, and as we know, Finley will turn the tables to not have the conversation be about him at any given time. And so if Charlie happens to walk by, Finley isn't necessarily going to wave Charlie over, but is like staring hard, hoping that Charlie will turn around. So it's no longer looking at Kenny. It's just like looking over Kenny's shoulder, just like, please, for the love of God, let this person turn around so I can make them engage in this conversation. Uh, but Finley's just like, yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Like, you know, it's cool. No worries. Everything's fine.
You good over there?
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, hi. What are you staring at me for?
I just and I assume that like we all kind of have color coded shirts, and Finley will absolutely be like, "Oh, I couldn't tell that it was you. Didn't think you came on the trip. I guess. Where are you headed?" And we'll kind of Finley's an asshole. We'll put their arm around Kenny's shoulders to steer in the direction of wherever Charlie is walking. Uh, where you
I'm just checking out the consignment shop before I pick up what I need from the pharmacy.
Oh, cool. I think Kenny was headed that way too.
You know what? I got something else I gotta go grab, and
Oh, come on.
he'll kind of slap the Bible into your chest before walking away.
And Finley Bibles are not small, so I imagine that takes up like a considerable portion. Like Finley definitely like kind of lets out a breath of air and holds on to it.
Also, isn't Kenny like way bigger than Finley?
Yeah, he's 6'3".
Oh, guess Kenny's headed somewhere else. You want a Bible?
No, I think I'm okay.
All right.
Up with him? That seemed pretty more aggressive than usual. Not
Yeah,
that he's
you know,
ever aggressive.
he asked if I was mad at him. But I don't know. Did you guys talk the other day or something? Am I making that up?
No, haven't seen him since group therapy.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Kenny's usually pretty chill. Maybe it's an off day.
I guess.
Finley is going to very awkwardly. Finley is uncomfortable once again. Is going to very awkwardly put the Bible back on the shelf. I think I'm gonna head over to Counselor Meg. Is there a grocery store here? Not a grocery store, jewelry store. I don't know why I said grocery store.
Groceries, jewelry.
It's all the same
They
thing.
can both be green.
The consignment shop has jewelry.
Okay. I heard that there was some jewelry over at the consignment shop, so I'll go with you if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. You
I
didn't
will.
want to pick up that Bible while you were here?
Nah. I got what I need. If you will allow it, I would like Finley to have stolen a Bible, not the family Bible, smaller one. If you will allow that.
I'm gonna have you make a roll for me.
Disappointing, but I did get my dice ready because I thought that you might. As soon as you said we were
Fine.
going to town, I was like, "Oh, Finley's going to steal something."
So just roll me 2d6. I'm remembering that our system right now doesn't really accommodate.
Ooh. Am I adding or am I giving the highest?
What's your highest number?
6.
All right. They don't notice.
Hell
You
yeah!
walk out with a Bible.
Stolen Bible. I imagine that it's tucked between like some kind of a book and then Liza's new journal. But Finley will walk over with Charlie to the consignment shop.
So what kind of jewelry are you looking for?
Finley blushes. Something, I don't know, a little girly, I guess. Like a necklace or something, or a bracelet. Kind of, I don't know. I figured I'd just see what they have.
Is it a gift for somebody?
Finley.
It doesn't much seem like you. Not that there's anything wrong with you, but you are carrying a frog in your pocket.
Yeah. It's a gift for someone. Kind of an apology.
Ooh, apology gifts.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I ran away.
From your problems? Or
And
sorry,
the
that's
person.
supposed to be funny. That's
No, yeah. From my problems and also from from the person. So, uh, I just can we just will you help me pick out something kind of I don't know girly and just something.
Yeah, sure, I can help with that.
Great, cool, thanks. Uh, and Finley will head over to the wherever the jewelry counter is and is looking for something generally super super feminine.
So, what would be available at this point? A lot of yellow gold and lockets.
Any locket shaped like a heart? I feel like that's some cheesy ass
Absolutely.
shit. Fuck yes.
Absolutely.
That is what Finley is going to grab. And I imagine it's like behind a counter. I have to ask somebody to
Yes.
show it to me. So I will wave somebody down. Uh, can I kind of just wanted to take a look at this, the one that's kind of on the shorter chain.
And the attendant, an older woman, eyes you up and down a little warily before opening the cabinet and placing the necklace on the counter for you to look at.
Does she let go, or does she holding on to it?
Just gonna hold it out, like stretched along the palm.
Uh, yeah, that looks pretty good, I suppose. And Finley, the Bible is burning a hole in Finley's because this is not the first time that Finley has been in a shop and somebody was like, "Oh, you're gonna steal something." Uh, so Finley feels a little uncomfortable, and the Bible is definitely not helping that. Yeah, that one works. And in like the frantic look for money, to kind of prove like I'm going to pay for this, I imagine that Finley drops everything and Jeremy on the floor of
Jeremy.
the shop. And now there is a frog and a
What
journal
the
and a
hell?
Bible. Sorry. It's just he's totally fine. Just give me a second. I'm gonna gather the stuff. Finley does not go for Jeremy. Finley starts to gather everything else first. Before trying to grab Jeremy last. I don't know if Jeremy hangs out.
Jeremy, in the chaos of trying to gather everything else, does start to hop away, but Charlie makes the dive to grab him. And this attendant is just like, "What the hell are y'all doing with a frog in my shop? Is it wearing? What is it wearing?"
Imagine Jeremy has a little hat and a bow tie in my head.
Ma'am, you cannot have pets in the store.
Uh, the ma'am stops Finley short. Because they have been at the camp and he has not been ma'amed the entire time at the camp. And if Charlie is watching, you can kind of see that Finley like kind of winces at it and then squares their shoulders, like they're bracing for something. Um, it's sorry. Could you just like take Jeremy outside for like 5 minutes while I try to pay for this? And can you hold this stuff too? And I'm gonna try and like hand things over to Charlie to take outside.
Yeah, he tries to juggle what you're handing him and holding on to Jeremy, and ends up with just the one arm clenched around the books against his chest and the frog in the other hand.
Just don't drop him. He's feeling a little adventurous.
I promise I will not drop him.
Cool.
I have heard from Ellie and Dan how you guys worship this damn frog. I am not going to drop him.
He's very key to our survival at this camp. Okay, just please protect Jeremy.
Ian, I need you to know I dropped my frog once and then it died. That's what
I dropped
happened
my
to Dart.
frog. I dropped my frog once, and my cat tried to eat it.
I've also never had a frog, so I assumed they
It
were
did
a
jump
little
out of my hand.
hardier.
It did
Than.
jump out of my hand and bonk his head. So
Oh my god.
So, this is going to be a soft reminder for the cast as well as those who joined us a little bit later in the stream. The core root of this game is that we are addressing a lot of factors involved with being a LGBTQ individual and POC. We're addressing some of those issues as well. So there are points in this campaign where we're bringing up topics of homophobia, transphobia, racism, and we're exploring those topics as tactfully as we can in a way that represents it. So this is a reminder for my cast that don't be afraid to pull that red flag, and we'll stop it there. And just a heads up for those of you watching the stream, that's why things kind of took a turn heel there.
I'm just gonna need a content warning for frog violence, LC.
he jumped out my hand and bonked his head, and the next day he was dead. I raised him from a tadpole I got on Coney Island. I had nothing but love for him.
You really had the old man from the nursery rhyme, huh?
I did. He did not get up in the morning.
Can I ask, is Mickey ever going to be at like the pharmacy during this time?
Sure. Yeah. I imagine that there's probably some stuff that Miki can get herself. So yeah,
So
I don't know what it is.
I am imagining that the makeup selection is very, very small in comparison to what you would find at, like, you know, bigger stores. So for some reason that only the universe can detail, the makeup is next to the, like, greeting cards.
See, here's the thing. Even though Mickey needs the makeup, she would not stand next to the makeup.
Okay.
Like if Sabrina needed to check in with Mickey about anything, it would be like over a shelf.
Fair. Okay. Then we're in the next aisle then. Like from the makeup, where the greeting card, like,
Yeah.
bar. And Pat is furiously looking through, like, all of the greeting cards.
Who are you so eager to write to?
What?
I didn't think you had anybody that you wanted to write to.
No, it's not like a, hey, you are, like, seem to be doing the thing where you're changing from one to presentation wise.
As you say that, Mickey like straightens up and like pulls at clothes to look more mask.
No, it's
Shut up. Be chill. Yes.
I just, and she'll lean in to say, if the girly doesn't fit your vibe, you don't have to be. Just keep it in mind.
I don't know what fits my vibe.
I get it. I'm just saying, find who you are.
Thanks, coach. I'll do my best. I think there's still probably some animosity from Mickey towards Pat.
That's
Like,
fair. And this is probably
Mickey's
like
never observed Pat like saying sorry for anything. So unless there's been like a sea change on that
no.
in the last 4 days, yeah. So Mickey's still kind of in this mode of like Pat's kind of an a-hole.
And I actually love that, like, the response to Pat. Like, Pat actually trying to be a genuine person, but hasn't had the mea culpa. So
I'll do the finding myself thing. Thanks. And
Yeah.
and it, like looks over at Sabrina as like Sabrina has turned and like
And Sabrina looking over is when Pat, like, fully goes into the cards. Like,
here's what it is. Mickey is pretending to look at Motor Trend magazine or something. Any auto magazine, because they all have very scantily clad women in them. So that's the masking going on. You're getting a card for Sabrina?
what?
Don't you two
Oh.
like hate each other?
I mean, I don't know if hate is the right word. I just,
You certainly weren't friends when you got here.
I threw her too hard. I wanted to, like, say I'm sorry.
It was kiss or kill distance. Okay.
What?
It's a thing from movies. Don't sweat it.
Okay.
And Mickey leans over. And it's a get well soon, but it looks more like a teddy bear with a cast on rather than the like you got sick with something very nasty or the you're not feeling well, but it's biological in nature, not physical. That one.
I'll,
Don't forget the envelope.
yeah. Yeah, of course.
The interaction changes Mickey's read. Trying to think if there's I think maybe at some point Mickey would also end up in the consignment shop, but looking specifically because I feel like the consignment shop is the place where you can try on clothes where you would be the least monitored.
The consignment shop or the thrift store, yeah.
Yeah. The thrift store, let's say. And we'll have made a trip there with some of the other girls to look at stuff and pass things above and below the divider between changing rooms.
Okay. So you're trying to be clever with it and a couple of you going in to try clothes on at the same time, but passing back and forth? Or
Yeah, exactly.
I'm tracking. I understand. Understand what the plan is. So you are in the consignment shop with Janice and we'll say Ellie. Sabrina or anyone else would like to join, that is also an option.
Yeah, I got the
Um,
makeup and I left with when she left. 2. It's in my bag. You have your extra money back.
That did not cost very much money. I thought that shit was really expensive.
It's a drugstore makeup. It's not high end. If we had been at Macy's and got the nice stuff, but we're just practicing, so it doesn't really matter. Also, makeup is makeup. So
If you say so.
it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. I'm still not very good at it.
As you guys are
Go on.
As you guys are kind of talking and everyone's kind of filtering through and picking out clothes and such, you can observe as the clerk from the thrift store and the consignment shop basically share a wall, so they kind of go back and forth between the shops whenever one's having to watch the other. And the clerk from the consignment shop that was just dealing with Finley's purchase kind of comes over and speaking to the other woman, kind of lower voice, says, "Those weird kids are back from camp again. Now, honey, you know it's not polite to gossip." "Yeah, I know, but she came in with a frog in her pocket."
Mickey brought a skateboard into town because why would you walk in town? The asphalt's garbage, but it's fine. And like on hearing that, like is gripping the skateboard, has stopped like looking through things and is just listening.
It continues on with this woman from the consignment shops trying to talk about essentially bad mouthing the kids from the camp, people from the camp, without really much substance. They're always really weird when they come in. At the time, they don't pay for anything. They walk out with things all the time, and the woman in the thrift store is just trying to make her be quiet. That this isn't good business, and frankly, she doesn't much care.
You said that the places share a wall.
Yes.
Okay.
And she's kind of leaning in like the doorway so that she can look into her own shop.
Are they like mirrors of each other?
Pretty much, yeah.
Are there any cameras?
No.
Cool. Mickey is holding on to that information and like after looking around for cameras keeps like picking things out and getting ready to try stuff on. Unless the lady at the front escalates.
At the moment, no. She's just kind of stewing in her own bigotry.
And Mickey is definitely stewing as he's like picking out clothes. Building on that goth light diet goth repertoire.
Goth repertoire.
Yeah. You know, goth light. Goth zero.
I think Jennings kind of catches you, noticing how hard you're gripping on the skateboard, and just kind of mutters under her breath to you. It's like, she's like this every time we come in. Try not to let it get to you. Just ignore her, and it doesn't amount to anything.
She's awful confident in the quality of the glass on that shop.
Well, in her mind, if they aren't coming, they shouldn't be coming in the shop anyway.
What was that?
In her mind, we shouldn't be in the shop anyway.
In my mind, she shouldn't be in the shop at all. City 2x4. Bitch.
It's a consignment shop that the bigoted woman runs, correct?
Yes.
And this is a thrift store?
So this is the one you're in right now is mostly like clothes and things like that, and then the consignment shop is a little more high-end items, clothing, some jewelry.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure what I was about to say made sense. Because in a little bit louder than a normal tone, loud enough purposefully so that they can hear her, Sabrina's going to turn to the other two and not about the two women specifically, but more about the clothing, say, I was in the other shop and there's a lot of items over there. They were so overpriced. Same items here for much lower. I really think that they're overcharging and definitely do not get the customers that they're marketing for.
Yeah, it's kind of a scam.
It really is highway robbery, honestly. It's not like they get a lot of tourists here.
Woman is stewing even more at this point and muttering more under her breath. And the thrift store owner will say she has a little name tag that says Darla. It's just like, stop it, Beatrice. Just go back to your shop. And Beatrice, after stewing some more, resentfully backs off.
My question is, when we go to try stuff on, do we get caught passing things under the dividers?
She eyeballs. It's very notable that yes, she's caught on and she's seen it, but she isn't making a fuss out of it. You can tell the expression on her face is that maybe she doesn't really condone it. And she's keeping track of what's being passed back and forth just to try to track if anything's being taken. But she's not stopping it, saying anything.
I don't think Mickey would try to steal anything if she knew she was being watched. So eventually, people make some purchases on Mickey's behalf. And Mickey has some convincingly androgynous jackets to also buy. Acid washed denim. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What's going on with Kenny? What you doing, man?
I think Kenny probably would have stopped off at like the little convenience store to grab some more snacks to hide inside of his dresser because he's already run out completely from root beer. And I think also trying to avoid both Charlie and Finley as much as possible.
I've got something for you. We're going to come back to it. We're going to pause here for a break if that's okay.
Woo!
All right, we're going to pause for a break for a little bit, guys. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes to pick up with Candy buying snacks. The most low-cost example in this game so far. All right.
And there we are.
And there we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We have returned to continue with the second half of our stream tonight. That could have gone so much better and so much worse at the same time. Hi, guys. So we left off taking a peek into what Kenny's looking into. We went to the pharmacy, you said?
The convenience store, or maybe whatever passes for a market.
Convenience store would have food and snacks and stuff, so yeah.
I think as I'm starting to walk over there, I kind of run into Pat accidentally.
Yeah, and Pat has like several different cards and envelopes in her hands, and like sees Kenny and is like, "Oh, we're cool, right?"
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you trying to start like a trading card game?
Sure.
Are
I'm gonna be
you
on the bus.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I'll catch you. Are you okay? Are we cool?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that it was like a both ways thing instead of a one ways thing.
I mean, you were kind. No offense, you were kind of a bitch, but you kind of grew on me. You're cool.
I'll take that.
Cool. And I just give you like a clap on the back.
That's just walking off.
You said you're going back to the bus?
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor, roll 2d6 and you can DM me the results.
Okay.
So, Kenny, you spot Meg inside the shop, filtering around, kind of gathering his own things. Ali close behind, wearing a very blatant service animal vest, and is dealing with that inevitable problem where kids want to pet the dog.
Kids, come on, that's a service dog. You're not supposed to pet them.
Thanks, man. Yeah, kids. Go on. I know you want to pet. I know you want to play, but they're working. They have a job, and they can't play while they're working. Okay, where are your parents? Okay, go. Hey, I think I heard your parents say if you behaved, they would get you candy. Yeah, go on.
I think Kenny is just struggling to keep it together as they run off. I bet that gets to be a hassle every time, huh?
Yeah, I just wish that the parents who are blatantly looking at you and watching would actually listen to the words being said. And this is while blatantly making eye contact with one of the parents.
Yeah, starting to get a vibe here. Not really sure if I like it.
It's it's not the greatest vibe place, but it's the closest to us, so we make what we can work.
Yeah, that's fair.
For the most part, as long as we don't rock the waters, they leave us alone.
Yeah, also fair. Let me guess. You're here to pick up cigarettes for a certain somebody.
Oh no, I don't do
Nikki
that.
can buy cigarettes. We're in
Nah.
a state.
Mickey told
That's
him to
fair.
buy his own cigarettes.
Can I ask you a question, Meg?
Yeah, what's up?
Is it why is everything I feel like everything I do just ends up back in my face? Do you ever get that?
More often than I would like to.
Ah, okay. Well, that is actually helpful.
Would it help if you told me what happened?
Oh no, I a couple days ago I was hanging out with Mickey, and just one thing led to another, and I accidentally fell to the floor, and Mickey landed on top of me, and it looked really awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And Finley walked in. So you can imagine the optics on that.
You mean with the crush that Finley has being as big as the sun and as obvious?
Yeah. This is broadcasted internationally.
Well, have either of you talked to Finley?
I tried, like, not more than a few minutes ago, and Finley pulled the old switcheroo on me.
We'll switcheroo.
Yeah, I was kind of talking to Finley, and as soon as Charlie came into view, he quickly
And
pulled.
because you have a crush on Charlie.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I see.
yeah.
Y'all gotta learn how to not weaponize each other's crushes.
I'm not trying to weaponize anything.
No, I know.
Oh.
It was an accident. Uh-oh. We lost an LC. LC is back.
We
Excellent.
recovered.
Is Discord
It's
doing
fine.
it where it literally shits its pants when it just decides to at random? We're good though.
Hey, Discord, stop adding new features and focus on stability. That's literally all we want from you. Thanks. Bye.
Absolutely.
Okay, so since Charlie showed up, you left, and that was the end of the attempts of that conversation. I'm trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're also avoiding Charlie. Why?
Well, I kind of came out to Charlie, and he kind of led me on a little bit, and then I saw him making out with somebody else.
Dick move.
Yeah, a
Not
little bit.
surprised, but dick move.
What do you expect from bad boys, huh?
They are a type, aren't they?
Yeah, unfortunately, they're mine.
You have a long, hard road in front of you, sir.
Oh, God, no. I better go grab all my snacks and figure out where the hell I'm gonna hide on this bus trip back.
Good luck with that one. I can only get away with putting so much under Allie's vest. Don't tell anybody I said that.
I mean, you want? I got extra room.
Gotcha, man. Go on. Go get your snack.
All right. And then I'll go find some Doritos and a bunch of root beer.
So, as you're walking through the aisles, you also kind of overhear some of the locals talking. It's not that far down the chip aisle from you. It's the loudest because unfortunately they're congregating there. It's a group of some teenage kids that are seemingly also stocking up on their own snacks, but more importantly, they are dissing and shit talking. Hey, did you see that the weirdos are back in town? Yeah, I saw the bus roll up. They have to understand that we don't want them here, right? Why do they keep letting them come into town?
Think Kenny's just kind of listening in. He does a okay. I grab what appears to be a glass bottle, like sparkling water. Maybe was that Perrier? I think that's what it is, right? Just big old glass bottle, and I bring everything up to go check out.
We could always ask, and one of them very quickly kind of closes distance and puts a hand on your shoulder and tries to pull you around to look at you. Hey, why do you guys keep showing up here?
You know, kind of asked that question earlier today, but we need supplies, and you're the closest place in town or in the area, so kindly buck off.
Let's see, they keep that camp stacked. They have to if they're going to be hosting you all summer. So why the hell do you need to come into our town?
Because we want to.
And you don't get the vibe. You don't understand, apparently, that we don't want you here.
Congratulations.
We're the ones that live here.
And I don't want you here in my face. So kindly scurry on home.
Sorry, I had something in my head and I have to rework it.
Sorry.
While you think on that, Mickey has potentially sold teenagers in this town during this time a dime bag for about 3 times the normal going rate.
You can get away with it because it's not like they know what good weed is.
And the price is retroactively going up the shittier they are during this scene.
I like Mickey goes full boy mode and is like, "Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't want to be there. Yeah, how? What do you think of that person? Oh yeah, this much like a gram? It's like $80. Actually, wait, that's not 80s prices. It's like
Probably
40
be about
bucks.
$40.
Yeah.
What part of I live here did you not get? I am home. You should be the one that's leaving. Round up the rest of your friends, get on your little bus, and fuck off.
You know, I'm going to need you to run that one by me one more time. I'm going to set everything down and just kind of leave my hand on top of the bottle of Perrier.
Said, gather up all your friends, get on your bus, and fuck off.
And you're going to make me?
This guy's gonna square up, and he's a couple of inches shorter than you. Definitely not as toned. A little on the lean side.
I think Kenny generally slouches when he's in public, just to kind of make himself a little smaller. And now he's standing at his full height. And he just kind of pulls back a little bit. One more time.
He's starting to lose a little bit of wind here. And noticing that his buddies are not so much backing him up in this. But I'm gonna circle around to something else that's going on for a minute. So Finley and Pat being outside and on the bus, you can hear Olivia start cursing loudly. And you can, Pat, you're on the bus, you can kind of pick up now that looking out the windows, there's movement going down the side of the bus. Finley, you can catch them running around the corner. A couple of these kids have tagged the bus.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Sin.
Oh, I was just what?
They tagged the bus. So in spray paint is the F slur across the side of the bus.
And these
Is
are
he
the
within, like, I don't know, arm and a half reach of anybody?
Where are you?
Not
track?
on the bus. Like,
Last I tracked, you were still kind of in the thrift shop and finishing that up.
Yep.
okay, fair enough.
So the kids that are there are the ones that you described in the message?
Yes, you had seen some kids kind of hanging out in the square.
And
just general loitering. And
do any of them have a spray paint can?
they've dropped it and left. But you can definitely hear them laughing and jeering.
Is there anybody else on the bus? Just two of us. Is there any
I'll be
other
on-
like I need a camper around?
I'll be on the bus.
Finley is going to start sprinting. Is going to throw Jeremy at you.
Throw the frog.
Oh my! Are we like trying to actively kill this frog?
Better catch him. Better catch him.
It does
Sabrina.
not. My hand is a solid object, just like the floor.
Don't let him bonk his head. Finley tosses Sabrina the frog, and Finley has been sitting and festering on this woman who I imagine when Finley went to go and grab the locket to look closer, the woman refused to let it go. And that was kind of what got it. And he stumbled whenever he got mammed because that's not something. And he's kind of like, it kind of fritzed his brain a little bit. So he bought the locket and left and has kind of just been sitting and festering and has been looking for an outlet. And so Finley is jumping off of the bus and hightailing it after these kids.
Oh man. I'm gonna go after Finley. I'm like stand up on the bus. I've got fight. Shoop. Got the frog. I don't.
100%.
Yeah, it's like literally like part of my
football
shirt is like
stuff.
this. It's like I'm gonna catch him into like a trampoline on my shirt. I don't think I have any pockets.
This
I'm
is
gonna be
definitely
real.
not the first time that Finley has tossed the frog to somebody.
I feel like this is. I don't know how this frog is fucking alive. I'm gonna be real.
it
I
doesn't
bet like
matter.
Counselor,
The frog
I bet
is
the frog
invincible.
Has died. No, I think this frog has died, and Counselor Meg just replaced it at least 3 times. We do not take good care of this frog. We love it too much. It's when you suffocate something with love. That is literally what we've done.
Also, Pat
Anyways.
is going in the same direction as Finley, because if Finley looks like Finley wants to throw hands, Pat is not going to let him throw hands alone.
Oh my god, everyone's gonna fucking throw hands and I'm just gonna be standing there holding Jeremy like, what the fuck?
Holding a frog.
I am everybody's just bolting. We're all going to the rumble like it's West Side Story, but we're not dancing, we're just going feral.
So circling around so we can put positions on Kenny and Mickey. The cursing and shouting is very audible from the storefronts. And for Kenny, once they kind of realize what's going on outside and that their friends are fucking around and possibly finding out, the guy that was in front of you just kind of shoves you to the side and books out with them, kind of laughing and cheering along with his buddies.
Am I able to see Finley and Pat running towards these guys?
I would say you can probably catch a look.
I mean,
Okay.
Pat's a big entity to see running.
And
Yeah.
Finley is screaming, cussing at these people as he chases after them.
Cousin.
Shut up.
Cool. I think I'm going to quickly close that distance and brain him with this bottle.
I love this for you. Make me a 2d6 roll.
We have gone so off the rails so fast.
You
For
know what?
Mickey.
I'm telling you, this slasher game was never about the killer. It was about us being the killers. We're just gonna
True.
get it. It's Rage Month or whatever.
So I decided to bust out my Oogie Boogie dice for this, and I got double sixes.
Let's go. Mr. Oogie supports the violence.
We'll address that in a sec.
Mr. Oogie Boogie.
Mickey, coming out of the thrift shop, very obvious. You can see your friends taking off after a pack of teenagers, and Olivia is by the bus, cursing and trying to wave down and off and find out where there's like an officer somewhere.
A what?
Like an officer, police officer.
I wouldn't call the cops in this situation.
Well, you know, she's the adult. She has to be the adult here. So,
Say you don't know how to use a phone.
Come on. I think he knows how to use a payphone. No biggie. What Mickey will do is see the ongoing situation and skateboard after it.
Meg,
Close
I
the
don't know.
distance real fucking fast.
I don't know how you expected this situation to go, Meg. We're ride or die at this point. Freaking, what color cabin are we? Purple?
If one chooses violence,
Violence.
we all choose violence.
There you go. Violet violence.
And Liza is not here to tell us to scale
Nobody
back.
tell her. We can't tell Liza. She can't know about this, and she can't
This
know
is
that you
the
stole a Bible.
secret we take to our graves.
We're not. They're gonna hear about this at camp. We're not gonna be allowed back.
you are not.
So,
Worth it.
how many of us wanted to be here in the first place?
Pac-Man was great. Had a great time with
Oh,
Pac-Man.
I thought you meant camp.
Oh, I mean, none of us wanted to be here, but like,
Yeah, I thought you meant they're not going to let us back to camp, and I'm like, oh darn.
no, they're
Oh,
gonna keep us
shoot.
locked into the camp, and we won't be allowed to go back to town. We're gonna be the only people at camp on some Sunday. That's what it's gonna happen.
Now we have a breakfast club reason. Nobody's in the pool. No line for the diving board. I see no problem here.
You don't have a pool, you have a lake.
Dive lake thing. I don't know. I've never really been to a lake.
Stop.
I mean, I have, but like not one you can dive into. Have I? No.
A
Only
lake that
ocean.
you can't dive into is hardly a lake.
mean,
That's
they
like
don't
a
have like the thing. They don't have the thing out there that you can dive off of. Like it's just like a lake where people like Lake Lanier. They don't have that stuff because you'll drown.
I'm
Have
just
you
sitting
been to
here
Lake
like Pat
Lanier?
was having a nice day.
I think so.
Was getting ready to like send out these really thought out apology cards, and now hands are thrown.
Well, you know, I have to have conflict somehow.
Fair.
Yes, because we have not generated enough of that on our own.
With each other, I have to present myself as a terrifying force at some point.
Vermin makes a cogent point.
I'm well aware of what you guys do to yourselves and each other. I get to sit and watch.
Tearing ourselves apart.
Phrasing.
Lisa.
You're our primary audience, Meg.
I am, yes. And I
Meg
enjoy
is
every
always
minute
the
of it.
primary audience
for
of
you.
every single stream to the chaos that we do. And this, I will say, is tame
In comparison, yes.
in comparison.
I have
Nobody's trying to fuck a snake. Nobody is trying to tell someone their name is Bubbles, and then they have to go to a party. Like, I think this is pretty chill.
Okay, let's circle back in to what's going on. Kenny. Mickey is taking off on the skateboard after Janice attempted to rein him back, carrying her back. That did not work. And Kenny just creamed somebody over the head with a bottle of sparkling water. That is shattered and left a cut and is now all over the floor.
You're going to jail.
listen. That head wound's probably got to be sparkling by now, both from the broken glass and the liquid inside.
And the
Ha, ha,
Perrier.
Ha ha ha.
Going to jail.
So
The
now
killer
there's,
can't get us in jail.
shouting and even dazed after getting hit in the head, he's reaching out now trying to pull you to the floor and pick a fight with you that way, which I imagine doesn't go very well in his favor.
Yeah,
So instead that leads to Meg having to interfere and try to pull you off him.
don't think that's gonna go well either.
No, but Meg gets to say that he tried.
That's fair.
And it just continues until there's a couple of here men, some workers, stock, come and actually try to physically separate and restrain the two of you.
I'm just imagining Meg standing there being like, "Stop, no, don't." I know that's not what's going on, but
I
that's
don't know
what's
this
happening
kid.
in my head.
I don't know this kid. He's not one of mine.
I think at one point
He's going to be the one bailing Kenny out of jail at this rate.
probably I think at one point I get a good grab in on him and just like half suplex him into the ground. Like I'm not even throwing hands, I am throwing him. I want him to feel what's about to happen. And like
he is hurting.
and I think by the time somebody is actually able to pull him off, he's just gonna be like, fine. I won't. You're fucking lucky.
Meg tries to placate this as much as he can while ushering you out of the store. Because now he has to deal with the cleanup. He just tells you, go outside. Okay. Make your way over the broken glass outside. Go back to the bus. Go on.
Now that I'm outside, am I still able to see Finn and Pat out there chasing after these guys?
Probably. Depends on how far they got.
I mean, Finley's not slowing down. Finley is going to tackle the first one that he can get his hands on.
Well, we
Also,
knew the rolls were
Pat-
coming, guys.
Pat is very much used to doing distance running for things, so with her freakishly long legs, she is probably going to be trying to, like, outpace them to cut them off.
Mickey go fast.
Mickey go burr.
And feel like Mickey is practiced in the thing of jumping off the skateboard to fling it under somebody else's feet while they're running.
That sounds like Mickey. I'm gonna be real.
That's 100% a Mickey maneuver, patented.
When you're
Alright.
when you're part of a skateboard street gang.
All right. Everybody who is participating in this calamity, make me 2d6 roll.
I'm
If
just
you
trying to keep
have-
up with everybody else. I'm not.
If you have something applicable from your archetypes, feel free to add them. If anybody remembers what their archetype is.
How would we just add a 1 to it?
It's plus ones.
Plus ones, yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Everybody, hold on. Everybody, hold on. I gotta find my thing.
What?
I gotta find my thing. My sheet.
Mine
Oh,
does
I know
say
it.
+2 to attack.
To attacking violently, yes.
I said fabulously, but
Well, you know. Some
I don't
sweet
think
judo
mine-
moves in there.
Does survive
So-
somehow count as keeping up with everybody? Because
I will say
you're
if I get a +1, I'm at a 12 already. So
gonna kill someone. Guys, we really can't do this. We can't be doing this.
I'll say, yeah, I can reason it. Run fast.
Okay.
Run fast to survive.
I mean, she do be doing softball, so
Finley rolled a 10.
Mickey also rolled a 10.
14. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as
No.
fuck, boy.
That's two. Google told me that's 2d6s, and they're both
Ooh.
6s.
Too fast.
Boundary would
too
say
fuck
1.
boy.
Too fast, too fuck.
Out here, fuck boy, Tokyo drifting.
Deja vu.
So Finley, you said you rolled a 10.
Yes.
So you tackle the closest guy who, in the heat of it, just ends up grabbing you and pulling you down into the ground with them. Very quickly turns into a scrap.
Beautiful. I am haymakering left and right. A little bit reminiscent of the scene from A Christmas Story, where Ralphie finally gets fed up with the bully, and is just cussing unintelligent. You can't hear like what exactly Finley is saying. It doesn't really make any sense, but Finley is cussing aggressively and just wailing on this guy. BB,
Here's a potato.
She came to say hello and
Hello,
get food.
potato.
Hello.
Shh, shh, shh. The sweet baby. Who do we have next for results?
I had a 12.
I think no questions asked. You reach out and grab this person by the back of their shirt and drag them back.
I think my main goal would be to throw one of them into another of them, if possible.
Yeah, you can get away with that. These guys did roll well. This is basically turning into you guys get to do whatever the fuck you want and beat the shit out of these guys. You're gonna end up worse for wear, but you can beat the shit out of these guys.
My goal is not to generate any like offensive energy. My goal is to take them down as swiftly as possible and scare the shit out of them.
Oh my god. Okay. So I'm just imagining the scene playing out to Sweet's Ballroom Blitz.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been waiting years to do a fight scene to fucking Ballroom Blitz.
Because, yeah, that released in 74.
It's a good-ass song.
Mickey is hitting people with the flat of the skateboard. Yeah. That's all we got.
Yep. So collectively, it's just a group of teenagers beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
I'm just standing
Whereas
there.
Pat is trying to immobilize people and bring them down, but they're feisty.
I will say that if it ever comes down to it, one thing about Pat is that she is willing to do, like, sacrifice throws. She is willing to fall if it means throwing her opponent.
Noted.
So.
Go
ahead.
Let's say this goes for several minutes before there's enough people, adults, people trying to come in and actually diffuse and pull people apart. At some point there.
If it's been several minutes, Kenny would also join in.
Oh no.
I feel like as soon as there's a group of adults, what would happen is we would absolutely scatter and like stop. You know the thing that teenagers do when they're like really mad at each other and actually fighting, but an adult shows up and they all stop to deny what's happening?
Yes. This is absolutely.
As soon as there's two adults, it's just like everybody, like people are actually bleeding and shit, but they're all like, "Oh yeah, we were just horsing around."
I will say, Finley misses the memo on that. This is getting to the point of excessive violence, like losing their shit on this person. Very clearly, this is not about the bus tagging. This is about something deeper in Finley.
Mickey will try to stop Finley from killing another human as soon as there's a couple of adults.
Finley. How does Mickey try to stop Finley? I mean, Finley is small.
I think Mickey would start with like, Finley, stop. Like hand out, like trying to get in your peripherals. But if it looks really bad, like Mickey will just like scoop under the tum, since you're not holding on to anything.
Like a fucking chihuahua.
More like trying to get as much of his weight under you so that you're like actually carried away.
I pictured like
it's like up here, not down here.
Like a normal sized human carrying LC away from a fight.
LC and I are the same height, so I can't.
We are not.
We're not. Are you shorter than me?
Yeah.
What a
By
blessed
2,
day.
are you're 5'3"?
Yeah.
I'm shorter than you by 2 inches.
Oh my god. I did not
The height
realize.
chart in my head has just radically rewritten itself.
How tall did you think I was?
And
Not
me.
you.
Oh.
How tall did you think I was?
I thought you were tall.
Kian, you do have tall energy.
All energy.
This is
I
the
was thinking
happiest day
like
of my life.
average height.
No, I was thinking like 5'10 plus.
I'm
That's
Being
how
so
there
tall
happy
I
right now.
am
What can I say?
in actuality is
No,
five
Hi,
and a
Turk.
half.
I am.
That's fucking Turk.
What about Turk? Oh, are we talking about how he threw
I'm
me into
just
a
doing
wall?
the callback to the only joke I ever make about Turk.
Oh, I thought you're the callback of how he threw me into a wall. He did do
Fuck
that.
the Turk.
I'm not kidding. He threw me into a wall like twice.
Was it a good time?
It was all in good
It
fun.
was. It was all in good fun.
Perfect.
To be clear, we're just slandering Turk.
I'll slander Turk every day of my life.
He's on stream. He can't even show up to defend himself.
Nope.
It's the
I'm
perfect
looking at him
time.
right now in my other window.
Yep.
To bring it back, if Mickey cannot, Mickey, where's your skateboard?
It would have been dropped somewhere near where she's trying to get Finley off of other kid so that the adults can reasonably believe that this is just some horseplay gone awry.
If you cannot get Finley off, Sabrina will swing the skateboard at Finley if it looks like Finley is about to kill someone. Not on the head, in the side, enough to cause pain so that he will stop.
I thought that we were friends, Sabrina.
How
Are you gonna friends
how
protect
does
someone?
Finley react to being like shoulder checked off of
Yeah.
somebody?
Finley definitely assumes that it is one of the other teenagers and turns to start to swing on Mickey. Probably, I mean, they're not controlled punches. Like Finley is still haymakering, so probably catches Mickey's arm. Goes into the full swing. And I don't know if as Finley is realizing it, Sabrina clocks him in the side.
No,
with
it was only gonna be if he doesn't stop.
Okay.
It's like the only time she would use violence like that would be if like someone is going to like severely harm someone, and if Finley's pulling away, she wouldn't do that.
Okay. So yeah,
because she's
Finley
just
was
standing there like the pizza apartment on fire meme with like Jeremy. Like
gonna say
Jeremy in one hand and skateboard in the other.
yeah. Thankfully, she doesn't have to put Jeremy down to swing on Finley because he'd just be so mad twice over about that.
It's true. It's very true.
He's a very grumpy frog.
Finley definitely catches Mickey at least once with a haymaker, and then is probably covered in blood. Not all their own, but some of it is on their hands. Because when you are throwing haymakers on somebody who is on the pavement, you're gonna hit the pavement. And kind of just stands there, fists still clenched, probably in a natural fight stance, so shoulders squared, right side back, and kind of looks around at the rest of the group.
Mickey is as soon as he is not getting hit anymore, in full like hooligan muscle memory, just is moving Finley behind as many of the other kids and helping that other guy up to like pass this off
As a friendly scuffle.
Yes.
And Pat would realize, like, would not be going at the situation harder, but Pat would be trying to put herself in between, like, basically trying to be a barrier in front of everyone.
Finley is definitely, as they're getting shuffled back, just these motherfuckers, and is like taking a second before kind of realizing what is happening and is still cussing, but is like trying to clearly kind of rein themselves in.
And I think Mickey, like, kind of at one point will, as soon as he feels like there's no eyes on him, has Finley by the like shoulder, as like, be mad later, put it away for now.
Yeah, okay, and is like gonna start like,
and don't get anyone sent to jail.
yeah, I guess that was one of the fucking rules. And is gonna kind of like start wiping the blood off of their knuckles, and like trying to like fix their clothes that I imagine probably got pretty disheveled in the scuffle. And is not looking at any of the adults or anybody really. Probably just looking at the ground.
So the counselors on hand now. Some of them are keeping the rest of the campers at bay and not involved in this. Got the store owner for the convenience store. There is an officer that was kind of circling town that's there and talking to all of you, talking to the local kids, and it's very much no. It was just some friendly roughhousing. Got a little out of hand. However, they the big one that they do have to put in on because of how many witnesses there were and how many people got involved was Kenny. There's some questioning there. The kid that you clobbered decided not to like try to press charges or anything like that.
Well, that was nice of him.
You get the sense that maybe something else was going on there that prevented it. But it pretty much comes down to Kenny, you are not allowed to come back into town.
Oh, damn.
Everyone else, the kids that they're assuming tagged the bus are going to be forced to come to camp and clean it. Or at least outside of camp. They won't be on campgrounds. And you all are going to be on a bit of a probation to see if it's okay to come back into town again. Kenny is the only one that is outright no.
When we're finally on the bus, headed back, unless anybody wants something before then, Mickey is gonna wait a conspiratorial distance out of town before turning to the rest of Violet Cabin and being like, yo, that, fuck them. Did you see my man swinging? To Finley, and turns to Kenny. Can't go back to town. Look at the muscles on this guy. On the shoulder.
Listen, not saying that I'm gonna miss going back to town, but damn, did that feel good.
In bed.
I think also Kenny just realized that his hand's still covered in blood because some of that glass broke in his hand.
You need to stop fucking up your hand, man.
I think this one is worth it.
Finley looks very confused at being praised for this. And would Sabrina have let Finley have Jeremy back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Finley is holding Jeremy.
She's not going to throw it, though.
She's
going to hand you the frog.
Smarter decision.
I don't think it can handle that much trauma anymore.
Finley was out for blood, okay? Jeremy was going to be a casualty. Finley is holding the frog in both hands and looks kind of surprised by Mickey. Yeah, cool. And very quietly will say to Mickey, I'm sorry about that.
What? I just didn't want you to get in trouble.
Well, yeah, but I tried to punch you.
You were wailing on that kid. No, I knew what I was getting into. It's not the first time I've pulled one of my friends off of somebody.
Finley kind of settles their shoulders a little bit. Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
And kid's gonna think twice before he does any shit like this again, though.
I fucking
Did you
hope
see
so.
when his mom came up? He lost it. He was just. "Bah!" She was mad at him too.
She was. I mean,
That's pretty
it's pretty
fucking
fucked
funny.
up. Yeah. And Finley will reach into one of their pockets and hold their hand out, clenched fist, to Mickey, and say, "I don't know. I guess I saw this and thought of you," and is going to wait for Mickey to hold their palm out, or to hold her palm out, and will drop the little heart-shaped gold locket in her hand.
Is this one of the things that you were like holding onto from your suitcase?
No, what? No,
Oh, you like got this for me? Got this for me?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I saw it in the consignment shop, and Charlie helped me kind of pick it out, and
Okay. Asking you, not Finley. Is it okay if Mickey gives a smooch?
yeah, Finley's gonna blue screen, but yeah.
Mickey just like interrupts Finley, kiss on the lips, uh, and is like, "I really like it, thank you. I should have asked."
And Finley's gonna kind of turn away and is not like fully turning away and keeps their arm kind of pressed against Mickey's arm. Uh, well, that was new. Um, glad you like the necklace.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
No.
I'm
It was good.
you.
It wasn't bad.
It's just really clear that you didn't feel the same way.
No,
So it's
no. That's
fine.
not. Why the fuck would I give you a heart-shaped necklace if I didn't?
I don't know why anybody at this camp does anything.
You know, that's very fair. The necklace was an apology for sprinting the last time we talked.
And Mickey is going to try and put it on, and have a really hard time of it, because Mickey's not used to putting necklaces on. And I was like, I think I need help.
Finley will put Jeremy back in their little front pocket, and will does Mickey stay facing Finley, or does Mickey turn around?
I think Mickey turns around.
Okay, then Finley will do the very classic,
Yeah.
drops it over Mickey's head, and shut up, Elsie. My character's in another campaign is Nikki, and clasps it, and when Mickey turns back around, just says, "It looks really nice on you."
Thanks.
Yeah, cool.
And Mickey's gonna kind of sit there. I'm sorry. Do you want to kiss again? Not necessarily now.
I don't
I'm
want
still kind
to.
of confused.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable. This is very new to me.
Oh shit, was that your first kiss? I'm so sorry.
Well, you don't
I
have to
really
fucking.
should have asked.
We don't gotta talk about it. We don't gotta talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. Just yeah, it was. And trying to figure out how Finley would say this. When you were a general content warning for trying to understand crushes and transness for both the cast and the audience. When you were before you started using she her pronouns, it was easier. I've never had a crush on a girl before. So this feels weird.
I mean, same boat.
Well, you're a lot more casual about it, so
I was not casual about it to myself. And you're really cool. So if I'm already doing the fucking gender thing, kissing boys is like not even, it doesn't even register anymore, you know?
I think when Mickey says that, there is like this weird, like Finley has a lot of confused feelings right now, but being called a boy is something that Finley has not really experienced before and just got mammed and, had a brawl. So Finley's feeling a little bit fragile. Oh, well, I mean, I guess if it's cool with you, we can kiss again sometime.
That sounds great.
And because Finley is Finley, and this is something Kian has done, Finley is just gonna nod and be like, great, and hold their fist out for a fist bump. Because that's how you seal the deal on a relationship. And I mean, if Mickey stays there, Finley will be very awkward, but probably talk about the fight and talk about throwing Jeremy at Sabrina and compliment Mickey on the swiftness with which she came in with the skateboard and started swinging. So
Gotta schmoove when the friends are in a fracas.
While that is that the end of that? Because I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, I don't think either of them does anything more than that.
no, Finley certainly feels a lot of feelings. So
Then great time. Pat is just gonna like over the seat of the bus, hand you 2 cards with your names on them, and then just out.
Mickey looks at it, flips it, opens it. What's on my card?
Okay. So I will say there's one that is going to Sabrina, and I will wait. There's also one for Liza. But all 3 of the cards start with the same thing, which is sometimes I have trouble saying what I mean to say with mouth words. So I'm trying this. And Mickey's card is a happy birthday card with like whole balloons. There's a party hat in the center, everything. And it says, You're awesome, whoever you choose to be. That's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry for whatever I did to make you angry. I don't know what I did, but I'm willing to learn.
And Mickey will kind of look, nod, lean over the seat and be like, "Thanks, Pat. Just don't be mean to people."
I'm trying.
It's all good. None of us wanted to be here, and it's good that you're trying more now.
Do the other two of you want to know what's on your cards?
Finley will absolutely open the card and read it.
Finley's is Merry Christmas. And it has like a wreath in the center of it. And other than the preamble that I said before, it says, "I'm sorry I made you feel uncomfortable. If there's anything else, I'm just sorry. We should spar sometime or something. I don't know. I think it'd be cool."
Finley is going to look at the Merry Christmas and put the card in his lap and then pull out a Bible sheet. Actually, take their new Bible, rip out a new page. First one's always most satisfying. And we'll fold it up into a paper airplane and unfold it and write, "You don't suck as much as I thought you did. Bet I could kick your ass." And it's going to fold it back up into a paper airplane and throw it at Pat. Not say anything.
Pat'll catch it and think to herself, "Bring it, short stack." Not say that out loud, but think to herself that.
I wish you had, only because the feral image of Finley flying over the bus seat. So good.
And you want to know Sabrina's, LC?
Gimme.
Okay, so it is the Get Well Soon card
Okay.
that Mickey suggested. And other than the preamble, it says, "I just wanted to say that I've liked hanging out with you. If you ever wanted to hang out while not doing judo, that would be cool. I'm sorry I threw you so hard, and without you being ready. Next time I'll make sure you're ready. As long as there will be a next time, I hope there will be."
It's okay. She's not gonna write anything back, but she's gonna look up and be like, "We're in the same cabin. Hang out all the time. But I'd like that too."
It has literally never crossed Pat's mind that when they are in the same space that they are hanging out. Pat has never heard of parallel play, okay?
Throwing down some groundbreaking news, Pat. We can hang out anytime we want. We're in the same cabin.
Oh. Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Thanks for the warning for the warning next time. I'll get better at the square stuff.
It'll get easier.
Hope so.
Just, next we'll probably do, like, learning to fall.
I think I've got that down pretty well.
Well, next time, hopefully it won't hurt so much.
That would be a plus.
Awkwardness hangs in the air.
Yeah. It's just a really awkward bus ride home. I'm really getting the vibes.
An extremely awkward bus ride, especially because most everybody else is just either silent or maybe whispering. Meg is giving everybody the cold shoulder right now.
Deserved.
What did I do?
The only one who could be amicable to this is Sabrina, but still, by association.
Again, my character's association. I didn't do shit.
Actually, that makes me think that Pat would probably have made a card for Counselor Meg too.
Aw.
I didn't think of that as sin, but Pat would have.
Well, you can write it up and tell me next time what the card
Okay.
says. But it was a very awkward and tense bus ride home. And as soon as you guys deboard,
Debus.
leave, debus, leave the bus, Counselor Meg kind of points you in the direction of the nurse station. Just go, all of you. I know at least 2 of you have blood on your hands, possibly your own. Go.
Not all of it's mine.
Uh-huh.
Most of it.
Go.
Mickey grabs Finley's hand for a second so that he has blood and also has to go.
Meg said all of you. So all of you get to go to the nurse's station. And he says, come find me after you're done. Because guess what? I have to go report to the camp manager, Director White. So be ready for an earful.
As they walk away out of earshot, Mickey leans down conspiratorially and is like, worth it.
It was pretty satisfying, I'm not gonna lie.
Worth it.
Finley's gonna look over at Sabrina. You coming with us, Sabrina?
I guess so. They said go, everyone go, so I guess I'm going. I didn't do anything, and there's no blood on me, but I kind of don't want to go sit in the cabin alone and or with Liza where I have to sit there in silence awkwardly and not say anything that just happened, which actually she might be in the nurse's
Gonna
station.
be at the nurse's station?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Oh shit. Everybody be cool. Fucking cool.
When aren't we?
This is the most chill group.
No,
So-
I feel like I could name several times, Mickey, that a majority of us have been not cool.
So, Kenny and Finley got in a fist fight over Mickey, right?
I don't think that'll make her feel any better.
Make her
But
feel
her
worse.
reaction's going to be so much better.
Wait, is that why you weren't talking to me?
Oh no.
I mean, it was pretty fucking weird. I don't know. I walked in the cabin and you guys were holding hands and then all over each other.
We weren't holding hands. I was trying to get his hair. And then he freaked out and fell down and pulled me.
Well, that's not what I saw, and Finley is looking at Sabrina.
Sabrina's just like,
I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. And Finley is going to like reach for Mickey's hand and then kind of pull his hand back and then do an awkward like back and forth.
And Mickey will just patiently wait until Finley decides to take her hand.
Eventually, and it's like a slow, like starting with the pinky, just like slowly curls his hand around Mickey's. And then will walk over hand in hand with Mickey to the nurse's station to face whatever wrath Liza might have for them.
I do want to say at the end of that, as they're walking away, Pat leans over to Sabrina and is like, "Geez, you'd think they would figure it out already, right?"
You would think that, but they wouldn't listen to me, and here we are. Same conclusion, it just took longer.
Waiting
I'll have to remember
for the
to.
moment when Sabrina does something cool and both Mickey and Finley are like,
I'll have to remember to listen to you in the future, I guess.
Advice, you should take it. You seem to be right a lot too. Take your own advice.
I'll think about that.
Okay. As everyone makes their trek to the nursing station to face Liza and Nurse Jackson, I think that's where we're gonna call it for the night, guys.
Yay!
We'll kick it off in overlay order. Let everybody do their outros, starting with Alan.
Hey everybody, my name's Alan, the all-seeing eye. You'll find me hanging around in Singularity a bunch. My next time you guys will see me, I will be here this weekend. I believe it's on Sunday for our second episode of Fractures of Tomorrow's Apocalypse, a Knights of Pain Town story. After that, you'll find me here again for Breaking Neon and King's Gambit. And I guess I'll pass it off over to Sin.
Hello, I am Sin, Synthetic20 on all the social media that matters. And yes, there's a dig at both Twitch and Twitter right now. They're both on my shit list. I am in a lot. For the next 3 Saturdays, I'm going to be in my Masks game where I am playing a very, very sad person who is like sad Eldritch Batman is the way that I've described them. And that's going to go swimmingly. I have a feeling. On Sunday, actually on Friday before that, I'm going to be over on Lost Caravan doing a game of Salvage Union, which has been described to me as Rules Light Lancer, which I'm really looking forward to. Get to be little sister to a big sister. That's really fun. So, excited for that. And then I'm going to be on Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse with Alan playing my Rapunzel character as I grow out my hair. We're going to have the hair-based character. And then I don't know, at some point I'm going to be in Autumn, where I'm playing an awful preacher man that needs to die. But the big news is next month I'm going to be running a game of Ironsworn based on Elden Ring vibes, where the group is heading into a valley that looks very ominous. And that is going to be running on the 1st, 15th, and 29th of September. So, if you want to hear more about that, then follow me. That will be over on Nerds with Dice, and I think I've said everything, and I'm so sorry that you have to follow me, Vermin.
hey y'all, I'm Legendary Vermin. Tonight I played Mickey, who's doing her best. You can find me on all the places on the internet that matter, which is, of course, Twitch, Tumblr, YouTube, the former bird site now known as .com. And yeah, I just released something new on Itch. I wrote robot smut based on a show that we did on Neon Lights Roleplay. You should go read it. It's halfway done. but it's still pretty good. Read my erotica. If you want to catch me doing more of this, like a boring person, you can find me over on Neil Knight's Roleplay on the 14th for the next episode of The World Within You, which is our game of Voidheart Symphony. It's got big Persona and Jet Grind Radio vibes. And then on the 17th, I once again subject myself to the horrors that lurk in the corner of Meg's mind. And then on the 23rd, you can catch me doing With the Will. We're closing out our season pretty soon of Anamon's story. And I get to play as a child who is combined with their Digimon to form Baelstarmon, which is great. So, yeah, come check out my stuff. And the next person in overlay order is Elsie.
This always throws me off when it comes back down, like, I don't know. Anyways,
Zigzag.
all right.
Like I read, baby.
You can read.
Wow.
I can't.
Roasted.
Elsie, have you ever not been thrown off by an intro or an outro?
Yeah. Sometimes when I am not having ADHD. So, hi, I'm Elsie. I'm Optimistics with 2 eyes, just like it says, I think, down below. On all social media. Where can you find me the next 2 weeks? Let's see. Tomorrow, I am in the first round of a game called Slasher Flick on High Shelf Collective. And it is a character sheet I still need to do. But it's going to be really fun. We've got a cool thing going on where we have my table. We'll have another table, I think, towards the end of the month. And then that following week, I believe the survivors from each of those tables will come together to try and survive Hooper, who is constantly trying to kill me this month, because that takes us to the 18th and the 20th, where we will be starting our Call of Cthulhu week on the Lost Caravan. I am playing in the festival on the 18th and Night at the Museum on the 20th, where it is our grand finale, and Hooper has promised to kill us in the intro. So we'll see if that happens. I'm playing just like a mousy little museum curator vibe going on. It's going to be really great. We convinced one of the players to start off with 30 sanity. So, it was a great idea. It was not a great idea. And then we have just kicked off, as of yesterday, our Lancer miniseries following the Dustgrave module, where I play just a little guy. Just a little guy. We're getting our asses kicked. I really don't know how long we're going to survive with the way this is going. But on the 21st, if you want to watch me blue screen and Hoop try to kill me for the 5th time this month, it's a good time. It's been fun. So far, Lancer is a time. And then on the 26th, as Alan said, we have King's Gambit back here on Singularity, where I play another just little guy who's never done anything wrong in her life. Moving on. And then on the 2nd, we have Speakeasy, where I'm still alive. Somehow. And that's it. Take it away, Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon. On Blue Sky, that is just _-chiffon, I think. I don't know. You'll find me. I am getting back into the swing of things. So coming up, I will on Saturday be over on Lost Caravan. We are playing on our Fabula Ultima campaign. It's every other Saturday. That one is a lot of fun. On Sunday, I will be in Call of Cthulhu on Lost Caravan. The following Friday on the 18th, I will be in Call of Cthulhu with Elsie in that same game, which I'm super excited about.
I just remembered that we're in that game together.
Why did you forget about me, Elsie?
I'm so sorry.
God, I thought we were friends.
Oh.
You say no?
I said, oh.
Oh, okay. Wow, we were about to fight on screen. On the 23rd, I will be in the other Slasher Flick game that Elsie mentioned over on High Shelf Collective. So if I survive, I get to come hang out with Elsie again for the finale. Keep an eye out for our 2nd season of our Nova campaign on Lost Caravan. We are in the works of figuring out the storylines. I'm super excited about it. I've got another project coming up in September that I can't yet talk about, but check out the socials. That will be the first place that I announce it. And that's me.
I guess that brings it over to me. Hello, everybody. I am Meg or Meg Mysteria. You can find me as such on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch I'm gonna say continue to pay attention to those because that's how I promote everything. And at some point, I'm gonna be doing a game development stream when I am not going crazy in life. What the fuck is that face?
Excited. I was stoked. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for content.
Okay.
Vermin, what the fuck is that face? Is like me all the time. Vermin's face kills me in the best possible way.
Okay. Continue to pay attention to those because I will, at some point, have a game development stream on my personal channel. But until that point, you can find me tomorrow on Neon Lights Roleplay for our next installment of By His Shadow Peace, a Warhammer Mystery 40k game. We just witnessed a senator being shot in public in cold blood. We were right there. So now we have to deal with that aftermath. After that, the next one is going to be Last Transmission, where I go back to my element of being involved in horror and I get to torment my players with scary things in the dark and not their own insecurities and problems. I do that anyway.
Yeah, it's the sprinkles on top.
Exactly. It makes it fun. And after that, we'll have Breaking Neon on the 20th. Yeah. Next episode's on the 20th for that, where I am also dealing with somebody possibly being shot in public. And I think that rounds out my month up until we get things going again next month. You'll see lots of good things coming from Singularity with Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse. There'll be Autumn next week as well. And of course, there's King's Gambit, and opening next month will be Henshin. So,
Real quick, I thought they said that they were going to reschedule Autumn. I wasn't sure if that actually went through or not.
They did say that. They did say that. That date hasn't been solidified yet, so we'll keep you posted. I don't have it updated on my calendar. You can see that I'm doing great. But yeah, that's that.
You're doing
for
better than me.
us.
You have a calendar.
Have a calendar. I still forgot to put out my midday tweet, but it's okay. It is a-okay. All right, that's going to be it from us tonight, guys. Love you all. Have a good night. Stick around while we raid Lost Caravan. Bye.
Oh no, they tried to raid us too because they're both.